The narcissists basically gaslight you to keep you on hook, but they don't know what damage the gaslighting does. The gaslighting doesn't damage the relationship. The kid still loves the parent, but the kid stops loving himself or herself. That's the damage that this gaslighting does. That's the damage this constant criticism does to the children. Hello everyone, I hope everyone is doing good and taking good care of themselves. So today's video is a kind of a checklist of behavior and attitudes that are common with narcissistic parents. And before I get going, I would request you all to like, share, subscribe the channel, hit the notification bell so you guys are updated whenever we put out a new content. So in the past, we did talk about different kinds of narcissistic parent, the different manipulation tactics they use, how they gaslight their children, how they exploit and abuse their children, the effects of narcissistic parent onto these children, and a lot of things we discussed in the past. So today it's all about these signs to look out for. So the first sign is maximum telling, minimal discussing. Yeah, and by this I mean you will be given instruction and orders. There is no two-way business, yeah, where you also sit and discuss and tell them that, hey dad, let's do it this way, hey mom, let's do it this way. No, 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 no. Those things don't exist when you have a narcissistic parent. It's just got to be their way, yeah. So there is no healthy discussion. If you try and discuss in no time, that discussion would become an argument and then a fight, and then in the end you would be blamed and labeled as the difficult and mean and selfish child. So there is no room for healthy discussion. The orders are thrown at you. You have to follow them, and that's it. So there is no room where you can discuss, where you can tell, yeah, because these narcissistic folks lack empathy. They really don't care what's going inside of you or how you feel about things. It's all about them, their feeling, their likes, dislikes, their desires, their needs. That's it. And till the time you serve them, it's fine. The moment you say no, you know what comes next. Lots of narcissistic injury will be caused to the narcissist, and then comes the narcissistic rage. So yes, there is no two-way conversation when you have a narcissistic parent. So the next sign that you can observe is that these narcissistic parents are going to make sure that they keep reminding you and they keep telling you that they are the boss and you are nothing. Yeah, you're just a servant, you're just a slave, and you have to do whatever they want you to do because they have given birth to you. They are paying for your study, accommodation, food, and all of that. And because of all this, you have to just keep doing what they want out of you. Yeah, you are their supply, and you are not supposed to have your very own autonomy over your own self. Yeah, they have the strings in their hand. Yeah? They are your master or owner. Yeah, there's nothing like a healthy parent and child thing when we look at these narcissistic relationships, or when we look at narcissistic parents and their relationship with their kids. It's not healthy, it's very toxic, it's very abusive. The next sign is there is a very different public image that these narcissistic parents have, and they have an absolute opposite personal image or a private image. Yeah, they are going to be something else in front of you, and they are going to be absolutely different in front of the others. In public spaces, they are going to be a different person altogether. And this is because they take you for granted. You are their product, so they can just be themselves with you because they know that they own you and you are never going to leave them, so they can just be their authentic self. But you are not allowed to be your authentic self. Narcissists don't like you being authentic because authenticity is something that enrages the narcissist. Well, that's another topic of discussion. So coming back to the two image thing. So yes, they have a different image that they maintain on the outside, and they have a different image in the private space. They are extremely abusive and evil with you, when they are with you in their private space. But when they are out, they are going to, pretend as if they are very concerned about you. They are very possessive and caring parent. The next sign is there is no room for discipline, only submission and conformity. Yes, when you have narcissistic parents, you cannot be yourself, you cannot do what you want to do, you cannot even think the way how you want to think. You just have to submit, surrender, and conform to whatever they want, or whatever they lay out for you. Yeah, and that's how things are. Narcissists are very controlling, and they don't see you as an individual. They don't see you as an individual being with your own uniqueness and authenticity. They see you as a supply. You are their children. They feel entitled, and they have created you, and you are a servant, and you just have to do what they want you to do, and that's it. End of story. The next sign is these narcissistic parents withhold love and affection. Yeah, if you don't do what they want you to do, they are going to withhold all that love and affection. They are not going to be cozy, or they are not going to give hugs to you, or they are not going to be good with you. They are going to throw a lot of this narcissistic rage, whether it is passive aggression, silent treatment, stonewalling, whatnot. Yeah, because they really don't connect the way how a healthy person or a parent connects with their child. Yeah, there is nothing healthy, because narcissists are sick, and that personality style in its own way is very toxic and damaging for the person and the others as well. So yes, narcissistic parents are big time into withholding love and affection, and they do it just to control you. Every time you deny, or if you don't perform the way how they want you to perform, you know what comes next. So yes, these narcissistic parents are big time into withholding love and affection, and that's very damaging. And I'm sure in future I'm going to make a separate video on that, how damaging it is when you withhold love and affection from your children. The next sign is erratic moods. These narcissistic folks, I mean these narcissistic parents, they really behave weird. You really don't know when they are going to explode and they are going to lash out. You just have no idea, because they are very unpredictable, and they have a lot of mood disorders as well. They cannot regulate. They are not healthy. Their entire personality style is unhealthy, and that is what makes them who they are. Lack of empathy, zero tolerance towards criticism. They are control freaks. They hate rejection and refusal. So you can expect them to be very erratic. Life is like walking on eggshells when you're with a narcissist. You never know what would hurt them. Yeah, and then magic happens. Silent treatment, passive aggression, this, that, some monkeys are going to come, triangulation. It goes on. The next sign is minimization and invalidation of child's feeling, desire, emotion, needs, wants. It goes on. So these narcissistic parents invalidate and minimize anything and everything that their children feels, wants, or expresses. And this is basically to uh, keep the child on hook. This is a kind of a gaslighting technique, where they keep invalidating and minimizing no matter what the children wants or does. And this is basically to make them feel that they are not good enough, and that's how they are going to keep doing what they are doing. They are going to even work harder, yeah, to prove themselves. So there is a lot of this minimization and invalidation. This might look in a situation where the child wants to do a painting class, but the narcissistic parent doesn't approve of. So the narcissistic parent might invalidate and say, who does painting? That's useless, horrible, you're wasting time and money, I'm not going to pay for this, that's absolutely useless, go and learn something better. Yeah, so the narcissistic parent wants the kid to do things that he or she approves of. Yeah, and anything and everything that the narcissistic parent doesn't approve of is immediately, invalidated and minimized. And of course, the child, the innocent child, feels miserable. But what does he do? He's got no other option. He's dependent on the parent. And that's how damaging these narcissistic parents are, big time into minimization and invalidation. They really don't care. They really don't understand what goes on the inside of the children. Yeah, because of that lack of empathy, they have this inability to feel. Yeah, they want the world to feel what's happening with them, but they are least interested to feel what's happening with their kid. Yeah, because they see their kid as a source of supply. They see their kid as a laborer, slave, servant, doormat, an emotional toilet, whatever you call it. Yeah, the next sign that you can observe is these narcissistic parents are emotionally unavailable during critical moments. They are not there for their kid. They are in their own world because they are so self-absorbed. Sometimes you need that emotional involvement with the kid so that you bond. Of course, the relationship becomes more healthy, and the kid, gets to feel that yes, I'm being heard and seen. Yeah, and that really helps when you are growing. If you feel that you are being heard and seen, you begin to express in a better way, and you are able to regulate it better. You're not in that state of fear all the time, that what if I tell my mom how I'm feeling, she's going to throw rage at me. No, I'm not going to tell her. Yeah, so you are holding yourself back. So that is something which is unhealthy, that destroys the kid as well, and that destroys the relationship. But that's not how things are when we look at narcissistic parents. It's one way and that's it. So narcissistic parents are never emotionally available for their kids when their kids need them. Sometimes the kid needs that emotional support. Yeah, I mean, if the kid has failed, rather than shouting at the kid, it's better that you walk up to the kid, give them a hug and tell them that it's okay. We win and we fail. That's absolutely fine. It's a part of life. You're going to try harder next time. That's it. Keep moving. Yeah. But some of the parents are going to lash out. Oh, you're horrible. You wasted my money. You brought so much of shame and bad name to our family and honor. You just destroyed our glory and blah, 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 blah. So these narcissistic parents are not available when the child seriously needs them to be available. Yeah, narcissistic parents, treat, or in general, narcissists treat all the relationship in a very instrumental and transactional way. Yeah, if I'm feeding you, you have to do this for me. If I'm married to you, you have to do this to me. If I have given birth to you, you have to do this for me. Yeah, it's lots of give and take and constant reminders, payback reminders, constantly telling you that I'm the boss and all of that. So it's very toxic, it's very unhealthy. And when the kid really needs the parents are unavailable, or the parents are busy making new strategies to torment and exploit and abuse the kid. Yeah, that's how things are with these narcissistic parents. The next sign is criticism is the norm. Yes, when you have narcissistic parents, they will keep criticizing you. No matter what you do, what you think, what you feel, what you do, what you like, what you eat, what you choose, everything will be criticized. Yeah, and it's very difficult because that is where the not good enough sets in. Yeah, and we begin to believe that we are not good enough. Yeah, no matter how good I do things for my parent, I'm not good enough. Yeah, because there was something missing. I didn't do the way how my mom wanted me to do. I didn't do the way how my father wanted me to do. Yeah, so this not good enough comes from this constant criticism. There is no motivation, there is no acknowledgement, there is no, appreciation. I mean, what happens? I mean, you get destroyed on the inside. Yeah, with all that constant criticism making you feel that you're not good enough. The narcissist basically gaslight you to keep you on hook, but they don't know what damage the gaslighting does. The gaslighting doesn't damage the relationship. The kid still loves the parent, but the kid stops loving himself or herself. That's the damage that, this gaslighting does. That's the damage this constant criticism does to the children. But narcissistic parents don't care. They are the entitled ones. They know it all. They had sex and they have, reproduced, and they have full authority and control over whatever they have created, and they have all the rights to treat them however they feel like. Yeah, so it's toxic, it's horrible, and it's damaging. And I can assure you, and I can tell you, because I have studied a lot about this subject, plus I am a survivor. So I know how things are with these narcissistic parents. So you're never good enough, and criticism is a daily, thing. The way how you eat and drink, criticism is a part of it. Yeah. The next sign is narcissistic parents get angry at anything and everything. Whether you do good, whether you do bad, whether you obey them, whether you disobey them, they are going to throw rage at you. They are going to get angry with you, especially when they are messed up. They don't know how to regulate. Yeah. And they see you as a doormat. They see you as a servant, as a dog, as a slave, as an emotional toilet. And they think that you are a perfect candidate where they can vent out all their frustration. Yeah, they treat you as a punch bag. They can just go and take a dump. Yeah, they can treat you like an emotional toilet. So you are a supply and you got to bear with it. Yeah, you might keep questioning and wondering, I never did anything wrong. Why was my mother angry with me? Why was my father angry with me? Trust me, you're not never going to get answer to all these questions. You're never going to get closure, because these narcissistic folks are very disturbed. They are suffering from personality disorder, and when you read more of the cases, you will get to understand that this is something which is out of hand. Yeah, they themselves are unable to control themselves. Yeah, that's how complex narcissism is. There is a lot of this impulsivity inside of them. Some of the narcissists do come to me and they ask me that why are people running away from me? All my loved ones are running away from me. And they tell me that they don't know why such and such things are happening, but all what they tell me is that they cannot stop behaving the way how they are behaving with them. These narcissists, they cannot stop being who they are. Yeah, which is very toxic and vile for the others, which is very damaging for the others, but they cannot stop. I mean, some therapists say that they have fixed and helped narcissists heal. Well, I mean, I don't buy that. I mean, it's quite difficult. And I have worked with a lot of narcissists. It's much easier to help the ones who have gone through the narcissistic abuse. It's easy to help them recover. You can at least help them navigate and understand. You can guide them into healing. But when the narcissist comes, oh, they I really don't know what do they want, because I've encountered a couple of narcissists and they tell me all the signs and they tell me what's wrong with me. And when I tell them that they are narcissists, they tell me, no, this is not narcissism. I might be having a little bit of ADHD. I might be, a little bit autistic, and this and that. They start beating around the bush. They start deflecting. And when I tell them that you are here for a purpose, you're here for a reason, yeah, so let's work things out together. And then they say that, is there any other way? I mean, they really don't want to, self-reflect. They just want, me to tell them different ways, healthy ways, with the help of which they can gaslight, manipulate, and abuse others. So that is how, sick these narcissistic folks are. And it's absolutely difficult and impossible to work with them. So, yes, narcissistic parents get angry at anything and everything. You really have no idea. That's why it is like, walking on eggshells. When you have a narcissist in your life, you really don't know what will happen next. I mean, everything is fine now. In an hour, they're abusing you. In an hour, they're cursing you. They're swearing at you. You really don't know, because they have a lot of problems inside of them. They can't regulate themselves, impulsivity, lack of empathy, zero self reflection, zero tolerance towards criticism. I mean, what not? So, yes, I mean, that's how these narcissists are. The next sign is that narcissistic parents love apology and thanks, but they rarely give, apology and thanks to you, because they feel entitled and they are your parent. They can do anything and everything with you, and they don't need to thank you. They are superior, they know it all. They don't need to say thank you to you. But yes, you should keep admiring them. It's a one-way stuff. They are not going to admire your efforts and your all that hard work, your feeling, the things that you do for them. They are not going to admire, recognize, or appreciate that, but they want you to admire and appreciate anything and everything that they do for you. So it's quite one way. The next sign that you can observe is that these narcissistic parents, they hate fulfilling the promise they make with their children. They hate doing that, and it's just words for them. Yeah, they don't take it seriously. The kid might be expecting that, okay, my mother said that she'll be taking me for a vacation. If I do this, she'll take me here, she'll get me this if I'll do this. But no such thing happens. Yeah, because narcissists feel entitled and they think they can do anything with you. Lack of empathy, they hardly care what you feel. Yeah, so these narcissists are just not interested in, fulfilling the promises that they make. Yeah, so don't expect anything out of them. Yeah, don't take their promises seriously. Yeah. The next sign is loyalty is demanded. Yes, narcissistic parents want you to be loyal like a dog and a cat, and they want your loyalty with them because they are your parent. They'll keep on reminding you, they'll keep on giving you payback reminders, no matter what type you're dealing with, whether it's a grandiose, covert, malignant, vindictive, whatever type you're dealing with. They are going to keep you reminded in their own unique way what they have done for you and why you need to be loyal with them. Yeah, because they are your owner and you need to be loyal with them for the rest of your life. You need to be like their pet dogs, yeah, at their service. And you shouldn't be loyal to anyone else. You should just be loyal to them. You shouldn't be loyal to your children, your loved ones, your spouse. No, you shouldn't do any of those. You should just be loyal to your narcissistic parent because they have given birth to you. Yeah, that's how things are. And the last sign is punitive stonewalling and silent treatment. Narcissists are masters in stonewalling and silent treatment. If you cause them narcissistic injury, this is what you're going to get in return. Yeah, and this is basically to keep you on hook by not listening to you, or by not allowing you to speak what you want to. Yeah, by not giving you audience and just letting you be. Yeah, so this is their style of controlling you. This is their way uh, of teaching you a lesson. Yeah, that's how these narcissists think, that they are doing a service to you, they are teaching you, they are doing something good for you. And in some of the cases, you can even see narcissistic parents engaging into sexual abuse, religious abuse, financial abuse, and all sorts of abuse. Yes, it is possible. And there are cases. Yeah. It's quite unexpected to expect these things from a parent, but that's how narcissists are. And I think there should be a law or a rule that whoever is a narcissist, they shouldn't be a parent, because it's really painful for the kid. Trust me, the kids suffer till the time the parent is alive. And the kids, even I have seen, the kids suffering even after the death of their narcissistic parents. The kid didn't get closure. They keep suffering. It keeps hurting them on the inside. And that's how it is. So this was all about the signs. And in case if you would like to add in something, you can always comment below. And please take care of yourself. Don't ignore the red flags, and try and stay away from narcissists. Lots of love and blessings to all of you. Bye.